Hello, Marlena. Welcome again.
Thank you, Sudev, for having me very much.
Thank you. And I cannot wait to hear more about you um, and the topic that we're discussing today, which is optimal breathing and immune system, right?
Your immune system, very important.
Excellent. Take it away, Marlena.
Thank you very much, Sudev. Number one, anybody who has respiratory issues, a doctor will tell you if you have asthma or are a shallow breather and do not fully utilize optimal breath, that you will have a weak immune system. But they don't tell you why. How does that work?
Yeah.
Mhm. Your immune system has a pump. So your heart has a pump, your brain fluid and spinal fluid has a pump. You'll see that in one of my YouTubes,
Right.
which most people don't know about. We hear about the heart pumping the blood and getting oxygen to all the cells, but they do not teach us, not only in health in 7th or 8th grade, not in high school, not even in college. A lot of times will you get it. You have to go, as I did, and seek it out or be studying for some reason the immune system. As a naturopathic doctor, you learn a lot about it
Mm.
because we all know if your immune system is not working and strong and functioning, which it cannot do without the lymph
Right.
being pumped through the body. Yes. So we have a lymphatic pump.
Nice. Okay.
And the reason we are discussing it now here on optimalbreathing.com is because it is activated. That immune system pump is activated through a full, conscious, optimal, efficient breath. This is
Mm.
news to most people. Mhm. So the doctors will tell you have a weak immune system if you do not breathe well, and that is why. That,
Okay.
that was an amazing fact to me since I grew up with asthma, bronchitis, could not breathe well through my nose. I was a mouth breather, and you do not get that full optimal breath. So I had a weak immune system until I was able to turn it around through learning how to breathe properly and how to activate my immune system through that breath.
Interesting.
Very, isn't it?
It
Yes.
is.
How many people in your world do you know that could use a stronger immune system?
Yeah, I'm sure everybody that I know.
The importance of the immune system came about very recently with a weak immune system in COVID. Who were the
Mm.
people that, number one, off the top, were impacted incredibly so?
Yeah, the ones with the weaker immune system, right?
The weaker immune systems and those who weren't breathing properly anymore, i.e., our seniors. Yep.
Mm.
And who were not getting outside, getting oxygenated through fresh air, breathing indoor air, and shallow breathing or on a breathing machines are very helpful for our seniors. The others were the very young, for a lot of reasons. Newborns and whatnot don't have a strong immune system of their own
Right.
until it gets stronger. Yes. So the lymph network brings the immune system to areas where the blood does not go. Now, we are taught the blood and the circulatory system brings oxygen and nutrients, fresh blood to all the cells in the body. But actually, you will find, if you continue your studies as a naturopath, that the cells in the body, like the spinal discs, those spinal discs, the blood circulation does not go to them. It's the lymph system that takes off where the blood does not go and brings you your oxygen and your nutrients and exchanges that cellular fluid in those lymph
Right.
discs, those spinal discs. So the network of the immune system is crucial because it goes to areas where the blood circulation does not. When I learned that fact, I was extremely surprised because they teach you all along, unless you delve deeper, that the blood circulation goes everywhere, but it does not. So that lymphatic network starts right here with the lymph trunk. Underneath this bony part of your body, right here, is your lymph trunk. The lymph trunk then has in its system the lymph nodes. We have lymph nodes for our neck and head, we have lymph nodes in our armpits, and we have the groin lymph nodes. From those lymph nodes, the lymph goes out to all parts of the body, picks up the garbage, so to speak, and brings it back to the lymph nodes, circulates back to the lymph trunk. So our subject today, though, has to do with how to increase your immune system by activating this lymph trunk. And very few people realize we have a lymph pump.
Wow.
Yes. So that lymph will stay right here in the lymph trunk until you take a full, optimal, diaphragmatic breath. So you start with the diaphragm breathing in, that oxygen rises up into the rib cage and up into the upper lungs. When you reach the top, and in that pause at the top of a full, conscious, efficient breath, the lymph from the lymph trunk will shoot up into the circulatory system. And that is where the fact is and the key as to how you get your lymph moving is through that breath. Because at that top of a full breath, so if you're a shallow breather, you aren't getting it. Your lymph is staying in the lymph trunk.
Got it.
Alrighty. So those are the main key things. Utilize your full breath. And we all know the importance of the lymph system to help our bodies through this optimal support of your body's natural defense. We have a picture that we can show you through the health bounce, whether it's on a fit ball or whether it's on a rebounder or running, jogging, moving, stretching. Through that full breath, you pump the lymph out of the lymph trunk to circulate all the way through your body for your body's natural defense to work properly. So the little sheet that you will see in front of you shows you a whole book on that, and there's many of them. I just happen to bring this one today. And the lymph is moved by proper breathing techniques, and there are many breathing techniques. Yet the adult body contains approximately 5 quarts of blood and 12 quarts of water. So just as that circulatory system for the blood, there's also water in the body's makeup, the body water of the lymphatic fluid for your lymph. Bathe your cells in what is called extracellular and intracellular fluid. So intracellular fluid is inside the cells. Extracellular fluid is
Uh,
outside of the cells. So it enters the cells, and for the toxins and waste to be exiting through those cells. The most underrated purifying system in the human body, the lymphatic system, is an integral part of the immune system, moving debris from 17 glands and organs. And we talked about the lymph nodes, but from 17 glands and organs. So it affects our mood. If we have a weak immune system, it also affects all of our glands, our endocrine system, and how that relates to how you feel about yourself, your day. And if you don't have your health, you don't have your wealth. It was Albert Carter with the immune rebounding certification that I got. That is his number one statement. If you have your health, you have your wealth. If
right.
you do not have your health, you use your wealth to try and get it, yet at the same time, without a strong immune system, utilizing a good full breath, pumping that spinal fluid, you do not have, no matter how much money you've got in the bank, you will not have your health. Mm-hmm. So the primary cells of the immune system are the small white blood cells called lymphocytes produced in the lymph nodes, which along with other antibody producing cells can make up to 50% of the body's circulating white blood cells. Floating in the interstitial fluid and the blood, these protective immunological weapons against foreign invaders, bacteria, viruses, fungi, and foreign protein allergens should be constantly cleansing the body to keep you disease-free and healthy. So if you have a strong immune system and you are breathing properly, you have very little to have to worry about in terms of when things come around, like COVID.
Hmm.
Very important. So just below the skin, just below the surface of the skin, you have what's called the outer immune system
Mm-hmm.
because it's outside of the organs and it's right underneath your skin. It is your first line of defense for anything the skin comes in contact with. That can be lotions, creams, bacteria, fungi. It can be whatever's in your air, whatever's in your water when you are taking
Right.
a shower or a bath. Yes. So your immune system, your outer immune system is right underneath the skin, and it is your first line of defense. hmm So the skin, the doctor you may go to for the skin will let you know that there's a strong correlation between your immune system and chronic skin conditions. So problems with obesity and cellulite, which we don't think of, male pattern baldness, yes, we don't think about, but that means needing that oxygen up to the top of the head and the lymph, as well as many signs of aging and lymphatic stasis is what it is called. A lymphatic system that is not functioning properly, that is like a river that starts out with melting snow, becomes a creek, a full rushing, running river, oxygenating, splashing up all the time. But at any point, if any of that water, and we are walking oceans of water, gets
Right.
stagnant, that is where your disease, your and the bacteria and parasites can all grow, and make their home. Yep. So your lymphatic system is very, very important and needs to be functioning properly. And in order to do that, you have to take full breath to pump that lymph throughout your whole system. So you can Google about the lymph system if you want to know more, but those are the facts. Just breathe, use your breath to pump your lymph system, your immune system that fights all the diseases in your body, whatever may come along. Thank you, Sudev.
Thank you, Marlena. That was too much for me to digest. I'll probably have one more session like this on similar topics. But I'm sure the audience enjoyed it. And that's a lot of information to digest, and it'll take years of experience to study this. So I appreciate all the knowledge you shared, Marlena.
And I
Thank you so much.
appreciate optimalbreathing.com and being a practitioner here and working with you. Thank you, Sudev.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
And we'll talk again next week, right?
Yes,
Thank you. Have a good one.
you too.
Bye.